announcement was clear. Now let's continue with the session. He is brilliant, cried Grandpa Joe. Just imagine what will happen now. The whole world will be searching for those golden tickets. Everyone will be buying Wonga's chocolate bars in the hope of finding one. He'll sell more than ever before. Oh, how exciting it would be to find one. And all the chocolate and sweets that you could eat for the rest of your life free, said Grandpa George. Just imagine that. They would have to deliver them in a truck, said Grandma Georgina. Wouldn't it be something, Charlie, to open a bar of chocolate and see a golden ticket glistening inside? Cried Grandpa Joe. It certainly would, Grandpa, but there isn't a hope, Charlie said sadly. I only get one bar a year. You never know, darling, said Grandma Georgina. It's your birthday next week. You have as much chance as anybody else. I'm afraid that simply isn't true, said Grandpa George. The kids who are going to find the golden tickets are the ones who can afford to buy bars of chocolate every day. Our Charlie gets only one a year. There isn't a hope. So in this session, we can see Charlie and his family, they are very excited by seeing the announcement. Grandpa Joe thought that this idea of Mr. Wonga will help him improve his sales as people goes on buying chocolate bars until they find a golden ticket. So, according to Grandpa Joe, this is a strategy of Mr. Willy Wonga to improve his sales or his profit. As children goes on buying chocolate bars just to find the hidden golden tickets in it. We also find Grandpa George and Grandma Georgina are just happy for those lucky five, those who are going to get a lifelong supply of the chocolates. But however, in this section we find Charlie sad because he usually gets one bar of chocolate a year as his family could afford or could manage to buy only one bar of chocolate a year. So since this is a situation that is Charlie is getting only one bar of chocolate a year, the chance of getting a chocolate bar is very less. So that is why now Charlie is feeling very disappointed and very sad here. So from this session, we also get to know that the coming week is Charlie's birthday. So the coming week is a special week for Charlie. So now let's move on to the next section. Happy birthday, cried the four old grandparents as Charlie came into their room early that morning. Charlie smiled nervously and sat down on the edge of the bed. He was holding his present, his only present, very carefully in his hand. Wonga's Whipple Scrumptious Marshmallow Delight is said on the wrapper. The four old people, two at either end of the bed, propped themselves upon their pillows and stared with anxious eyes at the bar of chocolate in Charlie's hands. Mr. and Mrs. Beckett came in and stood at the foot of the bed, watching Charlie. The room became silent. Everybody was waiting now for Charlie to start opening his present. Charlie looked down at the bar of chocolate. He ran his fingers slowly back and forth along the length of it, stroking it lovingly, and the shiny paper wrapper made little sharp, crackling noises in the quiet room. Then Mrs. Bucket said gently, "You mustn't be too disappointed, my darling. If you don't find what you're looking for underneath that wrapper, you really can't expect to be as lucky as all that." "She's quite right," Mr. Bucket said. Charlie didn't say anything. After all, Grandma Josephine said, "In the whole world, there are only 3 tickets left to be found. The thing to remember, Grandma Georgina said, is it's that whatever happens, you will still have the bar of chocolate. Wonga's Whipple's scrumptious fudge delight, cried Grandpa George. It's the best of them all. You'll just love it. Just forget all about those golden tickets and enjoy the chocolate, Grandpa George said. Why don't you do that? They all knew it was ridiculous to expect this one poor little bar of chocolate to have a magic ticket inside it. And they were trying as gently and as kindly as they could to prepare Charlie for the disappointment. But there was one other thing that the grown-ups also knew, and it was this: that however small the chance might be of striking lucky, the chance was there. The chance had to be there. This particular bar of chocolate had as much a chance as any of other having a golden ticket. And that was why all the grandparents and parents in the room were actually just as tense and excited as Charlie was, although they were pretending to be very calm. Very slowly, Charlie's fingers began to tear open one small corner of the wrapping paper. The old people in the bed all leaned forward, craning their scraggy necks. Then suddenly, as though he couldn't bear the suspense any longer, Charlie tore the wrapper right down the middle, and onto his lap there fell a light brown, creamy-colored bar of chocolate. There was no sign of a golden ticket anywhere. Well, that's that, said Grandpa Joe brightly. It's just what we expected. Charlie looked up. Four kind old faces were watching him intently from the bed. He smiled at them, a small, sad smile. And then he shrugged his shoulders and picked up the chocolate bar and held it out to his mother and said, "Here, Mother, have a bit. We'll share it. I want everybody to taste it." So children, in this section, the day has just arrived, that is the Charlie's birthday. Over to his surprise, this time Charlie is getting a birthday present, and it was nothing but Wonga's Whipple's scrumptious fudge delight. So what kind of Wonga's chocolate is this? Hope you remember the announcement. And this Wonga's Whipple's scrumptious fudge delight is a kind of chocolate where Wonga has hidden the golden ticket. So, can you just recall the name of the chocolate? That is Wonga's Whipple Scrumptious Fudge Delight. So, this is the chocolate, or this is the kind of chocolate in which there is a chance of getting a hidden golden ticket. So, here we can find Charlie's grandparents and parents. They waited excitedly for Charlie to open this chocolate bar. Whereas Charlie, out of his fondness towards this chocolate, that is out of his love towards the chocolate and out of his nervousness, he is just simply, he is running his hands slowly back and forward along the chocolate. So this was out of his love towards the chocolate, and about it was out of his nervousness whether he can find a golden ticket inside this bar of chocolate. So to ease the situation of tension that is prevailed in the room, we can find Charlie's parents and grandparents are trying to calm, or trying to talk to him to make him calm, or to make him tension free. So we can find Charlie's mother. She is telling him, if you don't find a golden ticket inside under this bar of chocolate, you just have to think that you are not lucky enough to get a bar of chocolate. That is all, you don't have to worry. And you can also find grandparents pacifying or consoling him, that is to not get disappointed or sad if he is not finding a golden ticket inside this bar of chocolate. But at the same time, they knew that however small the chance, there is also a chance for him to get a golden ticket inside this bar of chocolate. So there are 50-50 chances. Since Charlie can afford only one chocolate bar a year, there is only a 50-50 chance for him. Maybe he can get a golden ticket hidden in the bar of chocolate, or may not be. So that there is a 50-50 chance. So anyways, we can find Charlie, he started to tear open the bar of chocolate and the room went into silence out of the excitement. So all for grandparents, they stretched their necks to see what is happening. So what is going to be inside the bar of chocolate, or what is going to be inside the wrapper. So all of them waited, and unable to bear the curiosity, Charlie just tore open the cover and found a brown creamy colored bar of chocolate and nothing else. So unfortunately, he couldn't find a hidden golden ticket in his bar of chocolate. So upon seeing this, to make Charlie calm and to make him tension free, Grandpa Joe told, "This is exactly what we have expected, isn't it? This is what I told you before, this is what we expected before, isn't it? So you don't have to be disappointed or sour. But anyway, you got a chance to taste this delicious bar of chocolate. So you need not worry." So this time, unfortunately, Charlie couldn't find a golden ticket hidden inside his bar of chocolate. So he found everyone feeling sad. So in order to ease the situation, now Charlie is finding a way. He is sharing his bar of chocolate with everyone in his family to make them feel happy. So that is the end of the session. Now let's learn new words and their meanings. The first word is glisten. Glistening means shining. Glistening means shining. The next word is afford. Afford means have financial means to buy something. Have financial means to buy something. The third word is propped. Propped means supported. Propped means supported. The next word is fourth. Fourth means forward. Fourth means forward. The next word is stroking. Stroking. Stroking means to rub gently. Stroking means to rub gently. The next word is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Ridiculous means unreasonable. Ridiculous means unreasonable. The next phrase is crackly noises. Crackly noises means repeated short sharp sounds. Crackly noises means repeated short sharp sounds. The next phrase is craning their scraggy necks. Craning their scraggy necks. It means stretching their thin and bony necks to see better. Stretching their thin and bony necks to see better. The next word is shrugged. Shrug. Shrug means lift your shoulders slightly to express doubt. Lift your shoulders slightly to